Today we'll be making homemade vegetable soup as part of the Cozy Fall Soup 24 collaboration hosted by Gail's Southern Living and Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Uh, there will be a giveaway which will include gifts, cards, books, seeds, and more. It will be held on December 10th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And there are many people participating in this. The the playlist will be linked in our description. And everybody that is participating in this collaboration is Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, Indiana Backyard Gardener, Mouse Toes, Blackberryrock Homestead, Gail's Southern Living, Lorrie's World, Our Treasured Home, Another Time 2023, The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Life in the Piedmont Homestead, Jamie's Country Living, Hardnack Farms, Canadian Family Life, Love the Land Homestead, Mardi, Bare Bones Living, Butler Family Farm, Prairie Living Twins, P&J Homestead Adventures, Handicapped Traveler, which happens to be us, Mtn Grandma, Makeup Mom and Son, Shakan Ranch, LouAnn's Kitchen, CNC Farms, Bloo Self-Reliance, Not For Nothing Homestead, Ormsby Farms, Boots and Bounty Homestead, Northern Girl Hobbies and Christine, Mrs. Gillian Farms, The Budget Preppers, Rainy Ridge, LouAnn, Welcome to My Kitchen, Bushcraft Family and Grace and Fire, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, Simply Jan Homestead, Living My Best Life at 60, Our Urban Homestead Annie. I believe I accomplished everything in the first 2 minutes that I was supposed to accomplish in the first 2 minutes. Oh, and remember that the giveaway is not sponsored in any way by YouTube, but strictly the people who are participating in this collab. And remember, comment on our videos so you might have a chance, so you might win. We will be back with our homemade soup. Okay, folks. Okay, folks, we're going to start by making the broth for the soup. And basically, there's onions.
Actually, we take, when I'm cutting vegetables, I take all the pieces that normally you throw away and put them in a bag and stick them in the freezer. Then when my bag is full, I make broth. So it could be any combination of things that you've saved. Usually onions, celery, peppers, and sometimes beans or whatever. And just cover it with water.
Sometimes cauliflower too, right?
Yes, cauliflower. Whatever end pieces you have from whatever vegetable.
And of course you add water. And this is an electric pot, which probably is the precursor to crock pots, huh, babe?
I just like it because it's, the crock pots are nice, but this is so much bigger for certain things. I like to use this. So we're going to just let this come to a nice boil, and then we'll turn it down and let it simmer for a few hours or whatever.
And we will be back.
And I don't put salt in. No salt.
No salt. And go ahead. I was going to say we'll be back when the soup is being made. But it sounded like you wanted to say something.
No,
So we've boiled and simmered the broth, and now Kathy is going to strain the veggies, and she uses what she calls a sieve. Isn't that what you call that? I always called it a strainer. And look at that nice color of that broth. I'm hoping it shows through, but that is marvelous.
usually more veggies, so it was more broth, but
You already had your dinner. So we'll be back when more happens. Okay, so it's all streamed and etc. etc.
all this slop will go in the mulch bin, so nothing's wasted. It looks like more cute.
The ever hopeful pup. Gotta get all the broth.
A little bit of oil on the bottom of this pan. You can use fresh or frozen vegetables. I usually have a combination because whatever I can't get fresh, then I put in the frozen. But never can. No way.
So I don't know if you heard that or not, but we are not canned vegetable people, so you don't put that in your soup. At least according to Kathy. And me, I don't like canned unless it's canned by Kathy. Then it's usable, right, hon?
Yeah. Stuff I already cut up earlier. I like my veggies chunky. I always start with the Trinity, so onion, celery, and peppers. And I'm going to let that cook up in there a little bit.
You say Trinity, and I think holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. So that the Trinity is fresh, if you didn't gather that.
The soup is, you can use whatever vegetables you want, personalize it. I don't use potatoes or tomatoes because I'm not allowed to have them. So, but if you are allowed, they'd probably be good in there.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about Kathy. There's so many things she'd probably like to put in there.
I have some cauliflower cut up.
That's fresh cauliflower.
And we got green beans. Oh, I love green beans. So peas and carrots. And then I got this vegetable mix. So we're going to put all that in as soon as we cook this up.
And no, we are not sponsored by Great Value. But hey,
Well, we should be.
if the Wally World wants to pay us, they can fork over some money. We won't object to it. And just to admit and show you how silly Mr. Traveler is, I was looking at the margarine container thinking, do you actually put margarine in your soup? Well, no, she used the container to hold the Trinity. We reuse and repurpose all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. The soup, it's never the same twice. That's what I like about it. Sometimes those sugar snap peas or whatever you have fresh in your garden, it's good in your soup. So now that we sweated our Trinity, we're going to put in our other vegetables. I have some cauliflower.
Oh, I didn't know you needed to sweat it. I could have had it doing jumping jacks. And Kathy's ignoring me. So the cauliflower was added.
Mixed vegetables. So,
What, honey?
sometimes these are a little too big and I cut them a little bit. I have a big mouth, but not this big. I passed up that opportunity.
I think you have a right-sized mouth. It's great for kissing.
And peas and carrots.
Now, is there a actual reason or method of what you put in next, or that you're leaving the beans for last, or does that not really matter? Okay, so that don't matter.
The only thing I don't put in right away, a lot of times I'll put in zucchini or summer squash. But if you cook it the whole time, it'll be way too soggy. So I put it in at the last minute if I'm going to put it in.
Are you putting it in today?
I wouldn't decide.
And using frozen also adds to the liquid.
And sometimes it's just too expensive to get all fresh, so I do what I have to do.
Yeah, that some of this stuff doesn't come in as a fall crop for us, so.
No, I have the seasonings I like to use. With the exception of the garlic and the pepper, these seasonings are all from our garden. So I don't measure them, I just cover the top with them. So it's garlic, pepper, basil.
I love the smell of basil. I love basil too to eat, but
Yeah, we like basil.
as a spice.
Basil and oregano both smell really good.
Yes. Well, I like the smell of parsley too. So the parsley's from the garden, babe?
Yes.
Cool.
From the patio garden. There's the parsley. I grind them up in my coffee grinder. Dry them and grind them. Oregano.
I actually have a bunch of oregano drying in the car right now. Oh, I forgot to put it back up on the dashboard. And sage. Oh, I didn't even know that we were growing sage.
Yeah, it's out there. And this is when I add my salt, because I don't put it in when cooking a broth. Reason being, can end up with way too much salt that way, because you put the salt in and then you need it when you're cooking. You think you need more and put it in, and then so I only add it right when I'm cooking. And try to use a small amount as I can. I can always add more when you're eating it or whatever. So that's vegetable soup, and we'll taste it when it cooks for a while.
So the soup, it'd be ready.
So we're gonna try the broth. Make sure it's seasoned.
Oh, you want me to? I like it. I taste cauliflower already.
There it goes. So we're just gonna scoop some up and have some dinner. Oops. Lucy's having some dinner too.
Hmm.
Get some broth.
So remember to check out the playlists at Gail's Southern Living and Milk and Honey Heritage Farms.
Watch out.
We want you to make a comment so that you have a chance to win at the prize. And have a great day. God bless. Thank you. And remember, thumbs up.